welcome back to Jedi Academy. I am Ben Kenobi, and with me is Jedi Master Tuck. How are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you today?
Doing well, doing well. Been have an interesting day lined up tomorrow. Doing some interviews tomorrow,
Yeah,
so that's going to be fun. But yeah, good day today.
excited. It's
How about
exciting,
you?
man.
Yeah, so exciting.
Yeah. Um, yeah, man. I'm ready to start talking about this stuff, man, because this is something I've always wanted to do, especially with this trilogy. Especially this trilogy.
Oh, yeah, get right into it then.
I could do this with the prequels, but because I've sort of come to respect the prequels a lot more, I don't want to as much. But this trilogy, yeah, I want to change a lot.
So let's introduce it. Let's
Yeah.
introduce it.
Okay.
So there's no shows on right now. There's really no news to report on.
Nope.
So Don and I were talking, and we were like, let's do it. Let's just fix the sequel trilogy. Let's just go through episode 7 and 8 and 9 and
Mhm.
fix it. Fix what we
I think
don't
so.
like. And yeah, what do you think?
I think it makes sense, man. I think it's time. I think it's time that somebody does it.
And unlike Lucasfilm, I think we actually have a plan.
We do. We have a plan. Change everything.
Yep.
That's our plan. Change everything. No,
Keep,
no. I
nothing
think
is
it's
safe.
fun. I think
Nothing
it's a
is
fun thing to
safe.
talk about. No, nothing is safe. No, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing is safe. Including,
Okay,
this is the
so
one thing I
how?
wanted to ask you. So, how do you want to
Okay.
exactly do this? Because we could do it two ways. We could tweak things in episode 7 because we both sort of like 7 in our own ways. And then sort of see what we would do with our changes in 8 and 9. Or we could just go ahead and say, you know what, scrap it and let's start from scratch, which I think would be really fun too.
Let's wrap it. It's not from scratch.
All right, let's do
But
it.
here's what we do. Why don't we do our own and see who has a better idea?
I like that too. I like that too. That's a good one. We could put a poll up on the Facebook page afterwards and see who liked which one
Yep.
better.
Yep.
I like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
And since it's your idea, I'll let you kick off episode 7 first.
Okay. So if I could start episode 7 from scratch, where would I go? Okay. I think so from what I know from lore and from the books and things like that. I know where Han is, I know where Leia is, I know where Luke is. At least supposed to be at that point. So, I think how I would start it is I think I would show the fall of Ben in the first movie. I think I would show him training Ben. And here's where it gets tricky though, because when Force yeah, so yeah, I'm just trying to think how I would play it out in the way I would want it to play out. So I would have probably where we get to a point where Luke and Ben have some sort of disagreement, obviously. Um, but I don't even need Ben, do it. We don't even need Ben. That's what's tricking me up here because I was thinking take some things from 7 and move from there. But I like this. I think I lost your audio. I can't hear you.
Whenever you want, that was my fault.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Okay, so then it opens with Luke. It opens with Luke. It opens with Luke, and Luke is at that point he's the head of the new Jedi Temple. Obviously, we meet his son, we meet his nephew, and we meet his niece. who are from, if you remember, Legends.
I'm not really familiar with Legends, so I'm going to have a whole new roster of
Sure.
characters for that in mind.
Okay. No, that's fine. No. I'm just saying. Yeah. So I would have Luke's son there, and yeah, I think I would similarly play it out where either there was a falling out, probably with the it would be Jason Solo. It wouldn't be Ben Solo. It would be Jason Solo. Mara Jade would be there with Luke. I would definitely want Mara Jade there. Because my philosophy with Luke is that Luke wanted to leave the Jedi philosophy in the past, so he would have gotten rid of the no attachment rules. So Jedi could definitely have significant others and things like that. Um, then I think where I wanted to go is I think there has to be the fall. So I would think it would be Jason Solo fall. It's, oh my god, it would be almost like the Legend story. So Jason Solo falls. Jason Solo goes to the dark side. Palpatine is actually around at that point, so I would probably not have Palpatine there though. So it would just be Jason falling to the dark side for some reason. Um, maybe a fallen Jedi from before is still around that influences him, and Luke has to leave his teaching state and go back into his warrior state, where he would take his son with him, and his son would now be with him. He would want to do what he always wanted to do with Vader, which is bring him to the light and rule together, which I think was always Luke's plan. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So I think that's where I would go with that. And then, so okay, so wow, that would be fun. Okay, so let's call him. He doesn't need a name. He doesn't need a name. He is just the Sith. He's a Sith master.
Ooh.
I like it.
He
I like it.
has
Not
no
even,
name.
he doesn't. He has no name yet. Not in the first movie. He has no name. He's just the puppet master, basically, sort of like Palpatine in the background, just kind of pulling strings. And Jason Solo, and his sister and Luke's son would have to have a fight at some point. Which at some point, she would kill her brother. She would have to kill her brother.
Okay.
And Luke's son would be injured in the fight. That's why it would be a one-on-one fight between brother and sister. But Luke isn't there because Luke, I don't think Luke would be there at that point. This is hard. This is harder than I thought it was going to be, man. This is really hard because I've been thinking about this all day.
You're not putting Luke back on that island, are you?
No. Luke is he's the Obi-Wan. He's the Yoda now. So he's teaching, but he's not there. He's not in the fight, I would think, right? I don't think he would be in the fight.
Okay.
I know I said he would be back to warrior state, but I don't think he would. I don't think he would go back into this fight. I think he would stay out of it. Because spoilers for the second movie, something happens that makes him come back. But at the end of this movie, we would get the reunion of Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, C-3PO, R2-D2, all together with their kids that are alive at the end. And we would get that moment of them and the Falcon one last time.
I like it.
Together.
I like it.
There just has, I think Luke is just like the Obi-Wan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because his sacrifice will come later.
So is that all of 7?
That would be episode 7. Yeah, episode 7 would be the fall of Jason Solo. Yeah, the fall of Jason
Mhm.
Solo and the manipulation of Jason. It would be almost sort of how Palpatine is influencing Anakin in the original trilogy. Similar to that, but not quite that way, but similar to that.
Okay. So my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to hear what you
The,
got because I'm interested.
the movie opens up with a space battle.
Okay.
Luke, Luke is in his X-wing,
Nice.
flying with his nephew. They call him. Well, I'll keep the name Ben for obvious
I was gonna
reasons.
say,
I'm
can we
going to
call him
keep the
Sven Solo? Sven Solo. He's
Sven.
Swedish.
Well,
Sven. No, I'm
we
joking.
can
I'm
call
joking.
him Sven.
No, I'm
We
completely joking.
will call him Sven. They're in a massive space battle with what left of the Empire. Because even though Vader and the Emperor are dead, the Empire is not out there, but they're under no control. They're a bunch of wild horses fighting for leadership, right? So
Okay.
they're out on a mission, they're looking for something to end this battle. They're not sure what it is. They go to a planet. They they're about to get captured, and then all of a sudden, in comes Han and Leia. They are they are a pair of one a good version of bounty hunters. They're like
Yeah. Well,
the
yeah. I mean, there are good bounty hunters out there. I mean, there are good like people that are bounty hunters that are good. So yeah, no, that's fine.
they're bounty hunters mm, doing stuff for good purpose.
Sure.
So you have Han, Leia, and Luke on one mission together,
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking for this. They find out they're looking for this one person to stop a fight,
Okay.
and he, they find a clue. It's going to be like, you know what? I'm running myself into a corner. I don't know what the hell I'm
I
talking about.
No, dude, it's hard. It's harder than I thought it would be, man. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be able to come in here and be like, "Yeah, I want to do this, and then I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna do this." And I was like, "I really don't know what I would do."
Maybe they find out that somehow the offspring of Darth Maul has risen
Oh,
power.
that would be awesome. That would be fun. I like that. I like that.
And when they knew Maul, he's like the worst. He's worse than the Emperor. He's
Mm-hmm.
worse than the Emperor was ever. He managed to be in control of the galaxy. He doesn't need an apprentice. He's working solo.
He's revving.
So they need help trying to defeat him. So they go to the mission is trying to find the Senate, the secret Senate
Mm-hmm.
of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nobody knew he had an offspring.
You dirty dog, Obi-Wan. You dirty dog.
Now the whole movie they're looking for him, for this person.
Mm-hmm.
They finally go to the desert planet. I call him Jakku.
Oh, I
They
see where you're
find
going.
the scavenger. I call her Ray.
All right, I like it.
Rey is the granddaughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Bam.
and they need to train her to go up against Darth Maul
Okay.
offspring.
Yep.
And that's the end of episode 7.
Okay.
So,
So no
and
fight. No fight.
they were having little fights along the way, but
Okay. Gotcha. I gotcha. Okay.
then we need to
Trainer.
graduate each movie
Sure.
into a bigger and bigger fight.
I like it. Yep.
Yeah,
I like it.
because if they do the big fight right away, where do they go after the first movie? Nowhere.
No, I got. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you get one dash adventure with 7, primarily focusing on the old characters.
Okay.
They don't fight Rey until the end of the 7th movie.
Got,
It's kind of like the opposite of The Force Awakens.
sure. Sure. I got you. No, I like it, man. I like it a lot. Oh, that's a good start, man. That's a good start.
Okay, so you do your episode 8.
Episode 8. Okay. Here we go. Try this. Okay, so we left off. Okay. Jason Solo is dead. All that's left is this mysterious Sith Lord. Okay. We have the big three back together with Chewie and C-3PO and all that, and we have Luke's son and Leia and Han's daughter left. Which I'm trying to remember their names from the comics, or from the legends. I don't remember their names now. No, I think it was Ben Skywalker. It was Ben. Ben, yeah, I'm pretty sure Ben was Luke's son. Anyway. Okay. So we pick up, and it's been a few months, and this mysterious figure is gaining power throughout the Empire, or throughout the galaxy, I should say. Trying to reform remnants of the Empire and bring it back together. So Luke decides it is time that he has to come out of retirement, and he brings his son with him. Now, I want to add something to the story here that would have been in episode 7, because this is, I think, would be. I just thought about this, so I want to add it in. So, sorry.
Man, I thought you had a plan. I
thought I did.
What?
I thought I did.
What,
I thought I did.
What are you?
I really did. I thought I did.
Okay.
I know. I'm throwing it out the window.
I'm putting a mark on your report.
That's okay, because right now I'm going George Lucas. I'm not going Kathleen Kennedy. I'm going George Lucas. I'm going, I'm your father. I'm your father, not Palpatine's back. Why? Okay, he's back.
Okay.
So I think sorry. No. So ultimately, what pushes Ben Solo away, I believe, is that he is jealous of Luke's son. Obviously, because he looks up to his uncle as this great warrior, and he wants to be the star pupil. But obviously, Luke's son, being Luke's son, is Luke's son. So he's better than Jason is, and those. So that's all I really want to add, is just that little dynamic to that relationship, so we understand where we're going forward. Okay, so Luke, Leia, and Han, C-3PO, Chewbacca, and R2-D2 must go on a mission to find where this Sith Lord is and where he's holding up at. Basically, they send Luke's son, and let's call him Ben, and let's call her Jade. So they send Ben and Jade off on another mission, a separate mission, to make sure because there has been rumblings that Jason is not dead, that he survived the attack, he survived the fight. So they must go and find him. He is separate right now from the Sith Lord is keeping him separate because he's recovering from this battle. So he's not near him. So at the end, middle of the movie, we find out where this Sith Lord is. Ben and Jade find out where Jason is. They get to Jason. They convince him to come back to the light side. Okay?
Okay. Yep. I'm listening.
They are going to meet now with Luke, who has just found out where this Sith Lord is. And Luke says, I know where he is. I can feel him. The closer I get, the more I know I cannot beat him alone. I need you with me. I need you with me. So they all meet him. They all confront this power. Who is this power? This power is the son of Palpatine that was put in hiding by Palpatine and trained secretly by Palpatine. So he is everything Palpatine was and stronger. Yes, because he is a direct descendant. He is no clone. He is a direct descendant of Palpatine and trained by Palpatine secretly.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely. I want to go.
Who would fuck Palpatine and give him a son?
I don't know, but he was the Chancellor for a long time, dude. He could have easily had a kid. He could have easily had a kid. He was the
You're
Chancellor.
not giving me the mom?
All right, so it's his grandson then, because that makes more sense to me actually, because he would have had a kid that would have been trained by him secretly, that then trained his grandson secretly. I like that better actually, because the timeline would make more sense because it's so far into the future. I think the timeline would make more sense as a grandson, but again, not a clone. There's no Snoke in this. Anyway, he is more powerful than Palpatine. That is what we find out. In the midst of this fight, Luke is trying to explain to Ben to Jason, that he looks at him equally as Ben, that he does not think of him as any less than Ben. While they're fighting Palpatine, he's trying to explain, sort of like the end of Jedi, where Luke and Luke and are having the conversation while they're fighting. It would be sort of like that, while he is trying to influence Jason back to the dark side. Little do we know that Jason never really came back to the light side. He stabs Luke in the back, kills Luke. Palpatine's grandson then fights off the other two, and they have to flee and get away before they're killed with Han and everybody. And that's how we end episode 2. Just like Empire, where the Empire wins. The bad guys win at the end. That's right. Go in there.
Okay. 9 episode 8.
Just want everybody to know,
my turn.
I'm following the original trilogy almost. Trying to follow the original trilogy. In a way.
So my episode 8.
Yes. Where are we at?
The recap. Well, the Mingley are on Jakku, and they found Rey.
Yes.
And they figured out Rey is the granddaughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
And they get rumblings that the Darth Maul clone, I'm sorry, the descendant of Darth Maul is on Nigma.
Oh, okay, all right.
So now they need to get the Dagobah, but the Millennium Falcon has an issue with it, so they need to split up. So Leia and Han will take the Millennium Falcon somewhere to get Ripton.
Hmm.
Luke and Ray go to Dagobah to confront this Darth Maul is this and that, right?
Okay.
They get to uh, they get to Dagobah. They find Maul. It's revealed. Maul is undercover. They said that Maul is undercover.
Hmm.
He's really a Jedi. After all,
Okay.
he's turned. There's an evil, there's even a more powerful Sith Lord out there. But Maul had to get under his good side, so he decided to go undercover and train under this greater evil. We don't
Okay.
know who the greater evil is yet, right? So while all that is happening, why did they go to well in the auto mechanic shop to fix up the Millennium Falcon? They need a mechanic.
Okay.
So who do they run into?
I think
They
I know
run
where.
into a former they run into a former stormtrooper
Oh.
who got deactivated, who quit being on the Empire. They run into F1987, better known as Finn.
Nice.
He he's looking for an adventure,
Hmm.
but they can't leave because he doesn't have a way off that planet. He says, if you can take me off this planet, I will fix your ship for free.
Okay.
So they agree. They they take him off the planet. They're running together now. So recap real quick.
Yeah.
We got two of the new three in this trilogy so far.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's more organic than in the real
Well,
ones,
that's
right?
fair. That's fair. Yeah, absolutely.
So they contact Luke. Luke says, yo, Han and Leia and Finn. Well, he doesn't know about Finn yet, but he said, yo guys, come with me to Dagobah. We need to have a powwow. So
Okay.
all of them go to Dagobah. They meet. Maul defeats everybody. Apparently, the Sith Lord has been growing powerful and powerful ever since Anakin turned into Vader way back when. But this species is needed time to mature.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I already know where you're going, and you're going to ruin one of my favorite characters, and I don't like you for it. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no. So, okay. So they say, and while all this is going on, more and more stormtroopers are going after them and they're getting into these medium-sized fights. Bigger
Okay.
than the first movie, but not as big as the next one.
Okay.
So they figured, okay, so we have to go after this evil creature.
Hmm.
One thing, one, and that's where 8 ends. They can't. They need to. They regroup, but they need to train and they need to prepare more. And that's where we're going to leave at 8.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it so far, man. I like where you're going. I like where you're going. All right. So, recap. Luke's dead. Oh shit! Some people are mad about it. Luke and Leia and Han are still around. So we meet up, or we start off with Han, Leia, Jade, and Ben having a conversation about Luke and Jason and what just happened. And Han. So the plan is to go in, Ben and Jade to go in and face Jason and Palpatine's grandson head on. What we don't know, or what they don't know at that point, the secret plan is for Han and Leia to get Jason out of there before the fight happens, and it just be a 2-on-1 fight. Okay?
Okay.
So we have sort of a heist little point where we have C-3PO, Han, Chewie, R2-D2, Leia sneaking in to the base to get Jason out with Ben and Jade with them. They get Jason out. Ben and Jade have to now face Palpatine's grandson. So we get into this battle. They're going at it. Palpatine's grandson obviously is stronger. He is winning this fight handedly. Okay.
Okay.
Han and Leia are trying to convince Jason to come back for real this time. Like, you have to come back. You can't continue to let your family and friends and everybody you love just die like this. You know, this is nonsense. And they're watching this battle happen, and they're like, look, he's going to kill your sister and cousin. How can you allow this to happen? So finally they convince him. It's going to be obviously the most tear-jerking moment ever, with Han and Leia having to convince their own son to come back. And at the last second, as he has them both on the ground and is about to kill them both, Jason steps in and from behind beheads him.
Wow.
And reaches down to his sister and cousin and lifts them up. And they continue into their uncle's legacy, as the new leaders of the new Jedi Order that they would now be in charge of, under the tutelage of a very well-known Jedi that is underrated, Miss Leia herself.
I like
She would
that.
finally leave politics, settle down with Han, and they would finally have they would be a family running the Jedi Order together.
I like that. I like that.
I like it. I think it makes sense.
Yep.
Palpatine's lineage needs to die. Cannot rename itself Skywalker. You son of a bitch.
You had to bring that up. You had to bring that up, man.
Can't rename yourself Skywalker. How dare you live off somebody else's name and hard work? I can't do it. Go ahead.
Here, let's recap. The whole group is on Dagobah, right?
Yes.
We're going to time jump 5 years. We're going to pick up, and they're all on Hawk. You have Luke has been training Rey and Finn all this time to become really and Maul's descendant. So you have Rey, Finn, and Maul's descendant, all Jedi Masters right now.
Okay.
So you have Luke, Rey, Finn, and Luke big fan, and that didn't call Moses in it. That call him
Can we call him Paul?
Paul. Why not? We're gonna
We
call
can
him
call him
Paul.
Saul. Let's call him Saul. Paul or Saul.
I like Paul.
Okay.
So we have Lord, and we have Han and Leia. But Leia
Yes.
and Han retired on living a peaceful life back on the
Okay.
moon. Back on the
Okay.
moon. They went back to the moon to retire.
Mhm.
So Luke receives a message that the great evil that has been building up all this time is back where it all began. Back at Mustafar.
Ho, 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 ho.
So they all had to go to Mustafar.
Uh-huh.
They took the Millennium Falcon with them. They went to Vader's throne room. We see a figure in a black, what is that called? A black robe, a black robe.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay.
He lets down his hood. It is the much more mature, the much more elegant Jar Jar Binks.
No. You're going Darth Jar Jar?
He is the
You're speaking my
ultimate
language.
power. He is the ultimate power. Now
I
you
love it.
have now you have Luke, Paul, Finn, and Ray, all top level Jedi Masters against Jar Jar.
Oh shit. You know what though? Jar Jar would be a badass saber or force user because he does that jump in the first one right from the land. Like he just straight jumps in the air, spins, and dives into the water. So yeah,
Think of
those force
all that.
powers.
Plus
Yeah,
years of training, plus years of maturing.
he'd be like
He's
Yoda,
much
just
more
flipping around
elegant.
everywhere. Yeah.
They all compete. They all fight against him.
Okay. Oh, he is whipping their butt. He is whipping their asses for
He
sure.
is whipping them butt. He
Yes,
is
for
taking.
sure.
He knocked out Finn and Ray.
Hmm.
He knocked out Paul. Now, now is the most powerful version of Jar Jar. The most powerful version of Luke.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's a brutal fight. It's a brutal fight. Luke wins, but barely. He wins, but every move he takes, he gets weaker and weaker.
Hmm.
He wins in his ninth breath. And he beats him. He beats Darth Jar Jar in his ninth breath. After all that time of training, he says, Jure, your grandfather taught me everything I knew, and now I taught everything I knew to you.
Yes.
Take your knowledge, pass it on to the next generation, and be even a better Jedi Master than I ever had.
Man, I like it. I like it for two reasons. I like that last little thing you just said that Luke says, but I am of all the theories in Star Wars, I am a defender of Darth Jar Jar, because that actually makes sense.
I didn't get to the post credit scene though.
Oh, give me yes. What do you got? What do you got? What happens? What happens?
The credits roll. There's a even darker figure in the background. You, you see a light you hear red lightsaber lights up. There's a new weapon being built. The camera pans around. Darth Grogu. Even more powerful than anyone that came before him.
Man, you know what? I don't want this. I want to see
What?
this. That
Oh, you want
sounds.
to?
So that sounds. Oh yeah, no, I want to see that for sure, man. That sounds awesome.
Apparently, Grogu ran out of frog eggs, and he's been hungry all this time.
I think all it would take for him is Mando to die. If Mando died, Grogu would lose it. Grogu would straight.
Oh yeah.
He would
Oh
immediately
yeah.
go to the dark side and
And you
destroy
know how
everybody
you know how
and everything
you
around.
know how Mando died? You know how Mando died?
Uh-oh.
Nothing killed him.
Son of a bitch, Jar Jar. Son of a bitch, Jar Jar. He just created
And
Grogu. Darth
and
Grogu.
now and now after 9, we have a new trilogy ahead. And there's Rey, Finn, and Paul going after Darth Grogu.
I see.
Yeah.
That's I don't know, man. You can't win that fight because I mean it's already been established in canon that if Yoda ever went to the dark side, it wouldn't even be he wouldn't even be touchable. He would literally become untouchable at that point.
When you're talking about Jedi Master with Rey, with all the knowledge of Obi-Wan Kenobi, all the knowledge of Luke Skywalker, not to mention the stuff that they had Han must have taught her. And she's teaching you Jedi all that information.
Yeah. Oh, it would be a fight. Don't get me wrong, but I think Grogu, if he was, it depends on how old he is too. That's the thing. If he's younger like that, maybe they can take him because he doesn't have as much knowledge in the Force yet. But if he's 200-300 years old, I don't know. I don't know if you can take Grogu out. Any Darth Grogu or any Darth whatever that species is.
You know, I have that.
But that would be a fun. Look, don't get me wrong. I want to see it. I want to see it.
I have that. What do you think about Trilogy?
Oh, I love it. No, I love it.
And I love yours, man. I love yours.
I'll tell you what. I want to see Darth Grogu with like a mini two-bladed saber, like a mini one.
Mini red. Yeah, it have to be red.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's got to be red. Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to see him with a little mini one, just a little tiny one.
Okay, here's what I did. I introduced 2 of the 3 same characters they did. Sure. But I did it in a more natural way. I kept the original 3 together.
You could have even had Poe in it too, because he could have been with Luke in the beginning in the X-Wings.
Yeah, I could have.
You could have. I mean, yeah, even that you could have done that. So yeah, no, absolutely, man, absolutely. I really like it.
And I paid homage to the original trilogy. I paid homage to the prequels by having Han and Leia go back to the moon to retire.
Yep.
I did everything you honor what came before it.
Sure.
And I made a great, big, powerful Darth Sith Lord at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude, I like it. I really do like it. Like I said, I'm a big defender of the Darth Jar Jar theory. I know it's not real. I know it's not canon or anything, but I love it. I do love it. You say hi? You say hi, Scoopers? Say hi, Bubba.
Oh.
Say hi.
Oh. How is he doing? Is he all better?
Yeah, he's doing a lot better now, yeah. He's doing a lot better. He loves coming back here with me, though, because he gets all the other dogs for a little while. It's like a little sanctuary back here.
Nice.
He loves it back here with me. All right, Bobo. I'm almost done
Look,
here. Just another
guys.
few minutes.
Look, guys. What do you think? Whose trilogy do you want to see? You want
Yeah,
to
guys, we'll definitely
see?
get the poll up on Facebook. Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll put the poll here on YouTube too. Yeah, we can
Okay,
do that.
yeah, definitely. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll do that. Really, Don, this was a great idea you had. Great idea,
It's a
man.
lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I'll be honest. And like I said, I've actually been thinking about this all day too. Like I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want, and then it all just went out the window when I was like on the spot. Like, oh, I actually got to come up with a
Yeah,
good story.
it's tricky.
It is, but it was
But,
fun. It is
yeah,
fun.
it was. It was really fun, man. Alright, let's wrap up. Tell everyone where they can find you, my man.
Definitely, yeah. You guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. You guys can find me here on Mondays at Fellowship of Geekdom, on Tuesdays Geekdom Initiative, on Wednesdays Jedi Academy, and on Sundays Geekdom Uncut. You guys can also find me in the Facebook group. Also, please like and subscribe to the video, hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. But yeah, guys.
And you guys can find me at my Twitter, on Twitter, and you can find me on other shows not mentioned, plus my Tuesday show, What Are You Watching? I have a really fun one coming at you tomorrow night. It will be live, so we'll see you at 7, but until then, this is Ben, and Don, we'll see you next week. May the force be with you. Always.
Yes, may the force be with you.